Welcome back to the Everton Exit channel. Today we're going to be talking about a bit of controversy within the Everton fan base. Last night we heard the news that Ishi Samuel-Smith will leave and go to Chelsea for £4 million. He's a highly rated fullback in the academy. I think he's made one appearance for the first team in the Carabao Cup against Bournemouth. £4 million is a lot of money for a player who's never played, consistently in the first team or as little appearances as he does. So you can take it two ways as an Everton fan. It's either we've lost a talented young man, or we can reinvest the money into a transfer. At the minute, we know Everton, we need funds massively, so it's no surprise that we're seeing academy players leave. We've seen Lewis Warrington being linked to a move away, a permanent move. Isaac Price obviously left earlier in the summer. He went to Standard Liège. So it's a bit disappointing that we're letting all these academy players go. But at the same time, we need money for transfers. We know Rodrigo's been linked. He's got a relegation release clause of £3 million. So hopefully we can, use the academy profits towards helping the first team out. And Rodrigo would be a great signing for the first team, in my opinion. I think he's a proven goal scorer. He's experienced, and £3 million is an absolute bargain. So he's definitely one to keep an eye out for. Obviously, we know Wilfred Gnonto's had a bit of movement. Everton have took important steps, supposedly by Calcio Masato, in the signing of Gnonto. He looks, obviously there's lots of interest from other clubs and stuff, but he does look like Everton are the favourites, which is what a lot of news outlets are reporting, that Everton are the favourites to sign Gnonto. I think personally, and I've spoke about this on the channel before, I think he'd be a great signing, but it's hard to tell really. He's a young player, and he hasn't had too many goals in the Prem, but you can't really judge, young talents like that off stats. But I really rate Gnonto, and I've said before, I know contradict myself with the Jack Harrison statement, but he will be a good signing, I think, if Everton get the right price. Yeah, so I think Gnonto will be a great signing for Everton, but it's difficult to see whether we are going to bring anyone in. We know there's been a lot of links. Today we've seen a previous Everton transfer target, Anthony Elanga. Man United have put him up for sale reportedly, but I mean, I can't see Everton going into that, because I'd imagine Man United would want a high fee for it. But it's nice to see that we're getting linked to the likes of Gnonto and young players like that. I know throughout the transfer window we've been linked to a lot of young players around Europe. Emiliano Martinez, a young midfielder. It's nice to see that we're branching out of England, because it's something Everton have struggled with over the past few years. Signing players in the Prem who've took the first step already, and we're getting them at the valuation after they've made the breakthrough season. Obviously, the likes of, Klassen, Walcott and stuff like that. And we've spent so much money on Sigurdsson and players like that, but it's nice to see we're looking in Europe. Obviously, not Gnonto, but we are looking around. Today, the players reported back to Finch Farm. We've seen Dele Alli return, who I'm really excited about, because I think if Sean Dyche can get Dele Alli working, which is very hard to do, I think Dele Alli could be superb. And we know Dele Alli's got it in, and we've all seen Dele Alli play when he was younger, and he was superb. But it's hard to tell at the minute, because, he's had a few seasons at Everton where he's had maybe one or two good games, but it would be really nice to see Dele Alli back in the first team and, working hard, because that's what every Everton fan wants. If he can come back in and put the work in and do a job, then that's one less position to worry about, and he could be, if Onana leaves, he could take Onana's spot. So I really do hope Dele Alli can get back to his best. I think there's a few players missing from Finch Farm. I think Onana, Garner, James Garner too. James Garner, who's in the Euro Under-21 final on Saturday. So it's good to see a bulk of the players back. Obviously we got the new training stuff as well, which is really nice. So If any more transfer news comes out, we'll always share it on Everton Extra on Twitter, so make sure you go and follow Everton Extra. Thank you very much for watching.